Star Trek, TNG's biggest Starfleet Academy mistake is back. Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 revisits a controversial aspect of Starfleet Academy featured in Star Trek The Next Generation, continuing what many believe was a mistake found in both TNG and Star Trek Deep Space Nine. In Star Trek Prodigy Season 2's opener, Into the Breach, Part I, written by Kevin and Dan Hageman and directed by Ben Hyben, the lovably troublesome young characters of Star Trek Prodigy find themselves face-to-face with one of Star Trek's most famous, or perhaps infamous, group of Starfleet cadets. Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 raises the show's stakes to epic new levels, and a big reason for that is that new characters carry the weight of old Star Trek stories. The second season of Star Trek Prodigy introduces a new Vulcan hero, Majel, Michaela Dietz, who turns out to be more than just a new face and a cool rendition of the classic Vulcan haircut. Majel is part of Nova Squadron, meaning Starfleet Academy hasn't learned from its mistakes 16 years after Star Trek The Next Generation. Star Trek Prodigy reveals Starfleet Academy still has TNG's Nova Squadron. In Star Trek The Next Generation Season 5 episode The First Duty depicted Wesley Crusher, Will Wheaton, as a cadet at Starfleet Academy. Wes is shown to be a member of an elite squadron of cadets called the Nova Squadron. This team is responsible for the recent death of one of their own after Nova Squadron's forbidden maneuver backfires. Still, their status above other cadets gives them special privileges and allowances. The squadron's leader, Nick Locarno, Robert Duncan McNeil, tries to convince Wesley to lie, but eventually takes the fall for their teammate's death. At the beginning of the 20-episode run of Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Dalrell, Brett Gray, and the young crew of the USS Protostar follow the orders of Vice Admiral Catherine Janeway, Kate Mulgrew, to join the crew of the newly built Lamar-class USS Voyager A. Dal, Zero, Angus Emery, Rock Talk, Riley Alazraki, Murph, D. Bradley Baker, and Jankum Pog, Jason Mantzoukas, immediately encounter Majel and Nova Squadron, who are cold and dismissive to Admiral Janeway's warrant officers. So Starfleet Academy still sets some cadets above the others as elite, despite the proven mistakes that can come of that, as seen in Star Trek The Next Generation. Starfleet is an exploratory organization meant to advance the United Federation of Planets' knowledge about the galaxy and harbor peace. So why does its school actively pit students against each other? Nova Squadron from Star Trek The Next Generation and Prodigy and Star Trek Deep Space Nine's Red Squad both seem to clash with the principles of Starfleet by placing elite cadets above other students.